Welcome to the Donald POV. I'm Donald Fitzgill Jr., bringing you my point of view on everything I want to talk about, literally everything, and trust me, I've got a lot to say. So without further ado, let's go. $9 billion in revenue, over 34,000 businesses, and over 140,000 people employed in the dry cleaning industry. Having worked in financial services for over a decade, I got to know several dry cleaning businesses very well. It was a necessity. I mean, most of my clothes were dry clean only, and for millions of other Americans, whether the reason is out of necessity or convenience, this is why this industry continues to thrive to this day. What you may not know is that the precursor to dry cleaning was a process called dry scouring. Try saying that 3 times fast. And on March 3rd, 1821, a black man by the name of Thomas Jennings received a U.S. patent for his method of dry scouring clothes. In fact, Thomas Jennings, who was born a free man in 1791, was the first black person to receive a U.S. patent. In his early 20s, he worked in various jobs until he found his calling as a tailor. It was his job to create custom-made clothing for clients. This professional career opened a whole new world for him. Jennings' exceptional talents were so admired that people came from near and far to place orders. His reputation grew to great extents. He opened his own store on Church Street, which later became the largest clothing store in New York City. Now, after some time, Thomas Jennings discovered that many of his customers were concerned when their clothing became soiled, especially because of the material, and they were unable to clean them through conventional methods. Conventional methods were akin to signing the death warrants of certain fabrics, leaving people with 2 options: to wear fabrics in soiled condition or throw them away. Jennings knew this wasn't good for him or his customers, and it was this situation that compelled him to experiment with various solutions and cleaning agents. After testing and experimenting for many days, he eventually discovered the right combination to treat and clean the fabric, and he called the process dry scouring, today known as dry cleaning. It's worth noting that in 1821, slavery was still legal, and according to U.S. patent laws at that time, slaves couldn't obtain a patent because they were not citizens, and all of the fruits of their labor belonged to the slave master. But as stated before, Thomas Jennings was a free man, so he gained exclusive rights to this new innovative process, and in turn, became extremely wealthy. Now, Thomas Jennings didn't stop there. As he was utterly against slavery, he began supporting and funding abolitionist activities, helping to free many, many people, including his own family, from slavery. And this all started from being a tailor. Which brings me to the main topic of the show today: 5 things that every aspiring entrepreneur should know. Let's go! Five things that every aspiring entrepreneur should know. Number 1, find your passion and be awesome at it. Thomas Jennings began as a tailor and then became good at it. Really, really good at it. We must never discount the value of being excellent right where we are. I'm going to say that again. We must never discount the value of being excellent right where we are. Whether you are a teacher, doctor, lawyer, janitor, postal worker, gardener, customer service rep, it doesn't matter. You can actively choose to be great right where you are. Now, we may not know when or where opportunity will arise, but we do know that when your opportunity does arrive, you will have a much better chance for success if you are excellent at what you do. To quote Ricky Bobby, "When I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence." Number 2, necessity is the mother of invention. Thomas Jennings came up with his method of cleaning clothes when normal methods didn't work. Oftentimes, the best ideas come from a desire to solve a problem in your life. If you can remain excellent in what you do, you will find that opportunity will oftentimes make itself known. I mean, how many times have you said, why doesn't someone come up with a fill in the blank? Maybe that someone should be you. Number 3, collaborate. Don't be afraid to collaborate. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, Bill Gates and Paul Allen. You see, sometimes to reach that next level, you have to bring in another point of view. You need someone else that is on the same wavelength as you, but perhaps sees things differently. Now, with collaboration usually comes conflict and disagreement as well, but conflict and disagreement can be extremely beneficial if you learn to do it well. Thomas Jennings was able to collaborate with abolitionists to help free many people from slavery. Who can you collaborate with? Number 4, the internet is your friend. Unlike Thomas Jennings, you have a tool today that can offer you a world of opportunity at a moment's notice. The internet. The internet is the most powerful tool at your fingertips today. You can create a business and sell to people all over the world. You can provide anything from goods and services to entertainment and education right from the comfort of your own home. I myself use several freelancing sites every day. The internet can open up opportunities that may not have existed in your local area. If you can look beyond all the trolls and mindless nonsense that's on the internet, and there's a lot of it, you will find that there is a world of knowledge and opportunity that awaits. And last but not least, number 5, be a conqueror, not a victim. Now listen close. Thomas Jennings was a black man born in 1791 in America. I don't think I need to remind everyone that slavery was still alive and well at that time, and despite his social standing in society, he was able to accomplish great things. This is American excellence at its finest. Jennings became a perfect example of a conqueror. One of the biggest fallacies of thoughts about life is that things should be fair. Things have to be fair. But in reality, if you've lived long enough, you've experienced things not being fair in your life before. It happens. In 2012, I applied for a job here in Dallas where I was told I was the best person for the job and the most qualified person that they had interviewed. But, and this is a quote, "You're black, and our client base is made up of older white conservatives, and they will not be comfortable with the black man in the room." True story. The interview from there got progressively more offensive, and needless to say, I didn't get the job, which in hindsight was a good thing. And for those that may be wondering why I didn't pursue legal action, here's your answer. 1, that's not my style. It's just not. 2, I believe that people love to support hate and call it by a different name. And if I would have sued, I am positive that people would have come out in droves to support them, ultimately making them better off. And 3, and most importantly, I'm a conqueror. In fact, the Bible tells me that I am more than a conqueror through him who loved us. And it's times like these when you can choose to become a victim or choose to become a conqueror. A victim says, I am unable to succeed because of what has been done to me. A conqueror says, despite what has been done to me, I will overcome. You must learn to see obstacles for what they are, then Ezekiel Elliott's hurdle them. Shout out to my Cowboys fans. How do you become a conqueror? By continually reminding yourself to put one foot in front of the other, always asking yourself, are my actions moving me forward or are they moving me backwards? A conqueror does not win every time. A conqueror perseveres no matter the situation and continues to move forward along the righteous path. Stop telling yourself what you can't do and start telling yourself what you can. Be conquerors, my friends. And now, for no reason at all, I'm going to jump in this So Gone challenge. Focusing, door knocking till they opening. Took a leap of faith, waved the wand, hocus pocusin'. Wise cat teaching things to my older friends. Something inside just said that I'm supposed to win. Negative thoughts, I don't get close to them. Sitting on the dock of the bay like one of my Oakland friends. Just wasting time, I guess. I impress my guests with this S-cross chest because I'm super. Some of these folks ain't used to my style, but listen, I ain't going nowhere, so get used to my smile. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. I'm driving baseline, spin move, fade away, hockey. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in to the Donald POV. If you'd like to hear more, then please subscribe. It's that easy. It is literally that easy. Reach me online at thedonaldpov.com and follow me on Twitter at thedonaldpov. And if there is a certain topic that you would like for me to discuss, feel free to let me know. Till next time, I'm Donald Fitzgill Jr. and this is the Donald POV. Brought to you by the Speakeasy Sound Company. I'll holla.